Today we are going to create a first app of the React library. So we are very excited and to learn the React as uh, so now I am starting the link. So first of all, today the agenda uh, is different way of developing the React app and difference between them and developing the first React app and different ways of developing the React app. The first is create React application. We have the several ways using CDN, using CRA, using Vite, using online tool like Stack, Leads, is or Code Sandbox, using framework like Node.js, GitBy, Remix, and many other ways. So the different way of developing the React app is uh, three most important way to create the React app. First is using CDN, using CRA, using Vite. So the first approach is CDN, developing using CDN. So the CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. It is the system of the several which deliver the web content to the user based on their graphical location. So the first approach is CDN. Mm, we can mm, build the React app using CDN, and we also build without CDN. So the first approach is how to access the from from CDN. CDN file can be accessed by adding a script tag to our HTML file. This allows to use the React without downloading or installing anything on the local machine. So the second approach is CRA, using Create React App. Using CDN, it is the good for the beginner who are starting to learn the React. But the application become bigger. It is requirement also to grow, and so it become difficult to manage its dependencies. The complete of a structure of the React app. This is the first one is the node module. It is the important to run the React application public module where we can put the several things and logos here, and the SRC module. Here the most important is the app.js and app.index.js, and these two files are the most important. And so the second approach is to overcome this problem of the dependency management. The React team at the Facebook has developed a tool called as Create React App (CRA). So CRA is the excellent tool for the professional developer since it is automatically wraps up all the required dependencies like Babel for the React project itself. And then we need to focus on writing the React code only. So, but for downloading and using the CI tools, we first need to install the Node.js on our machine. So the difference between CDN vs CRA is CDN. This approach provides a quick and fast initial start where can directly start writing the code without building with our development environment. And to use this approach, all we do in the reference a script file. It is the good environment for the beginner or newcomers. And CRA is the this is the approach is bit complicated and time consuming at the first, but it is the way modern React development is done these days. To use these we need to install the Node.js on our machine. It is the good environment for the newcomers as well as the professionals. Since CRA tool itself handle a lot of difficulties, configuration and setups. So these two are the most important approach, but third approach is most of the developer is use this approach for the develop the React application. So using we although CRA is good tool for the developer, but the problem with the CRA is that bit slow in especially in large app. So to solve this issue, the another development tool is Beat was developed in April to 2020 by NU, the creator of the popular JavaScript framework called Venue.js. So the important feature of the Beat, it key feature are fast development server and support for the other framework like Venue and the Selvate and built in the support for the TypeScript, simple configuration using first approach. For the introductory look at the React, we are going to use the first approach. So we will building our first React element and it will be the h1 tag with the text React rocks, the desired output of the React rocks. Using first approach, in order to achieve these, we have to follow four step: create the HTML page with the div element, add the libraries to the HTML page using CDNs like link and called as the method react.create element and the create an h1 element. Okay. Call the method react render to render the hide hiding element. So this is the code of the first HTML page, and then this is the previous page has nothing interesting or existing in going for it, but let that fix adding the reference React libraries. So for doing this, we need to do the following: visit this page and from the copy the script tag React DOM CDN links. Make sure you copy the development version, not production version, and the paste in the script tag inside the head and tag and the HTML page. So adding the CDN links. These are the CDN links we can just copy in our program and start the building React app. Why we are using the React 18, not 19? That because the React 19 has removed the support of the script tag in the CDN and replaced with the something called as modules. Later in the course, we will be use the modules also. So the calling React dot create element. Now we are going to use the React dot create a element for the h1 tag with the text React rocks. So the displayed on the page. To do this, we have to call the method create element which belongs to the React object. So the create element method has the following syntax. React.create element type and props children's. It is accept the three argument which are the type, props and children. The following following is the their description. Type can be either the tag name, a string such as div, a span, React component type, a class or function, or the React fragment type. The props, it can be the JavaScript object creating the HTML attribute for the element or null. Children, whether we want to put the inside newly created element, it will finally create a return and new React element of the given type. What is the React element? A React element is an object that React.create element returns. It is a simple object that describes the DOM model and contain the information about its type. It is the children, it props, etc. It is used by the React internally to update the actual UI. Calling React.create element. To call the React.create element method, we need to add the following code in the script. So tag just before the closing tag. This is the syntax of the React.create element. So complete code is till a step 3. Calling the React DOM render. So the once we have to create the element, the next task is to create the to render it on the page. This is done by calling the React DOM object called render. It has following syntax DOM.render element. As we can see, it three argument element container callback. So the calling the DOM render. The following there is the element, the React element to be rendered. Containers, the parent node is in which the new element is to be rendered. Callback, the optional callback to be executed after the element has been rendered. To call the render method, we need to add the following code in the script. Prompt.render my heading div. These are the final code for the creating the React application for first phase. So the output is these.